I chose Wakanda. Our future depended
You
on...
are wrong! All of you are wrong! To turn your backs on the rest of the world! We let the fear of our discovery stop us from doing what is right. No more.
Welcome to your Weekly Ticket. This is normally where we start Weekly Ticket with a news roundup, but today our hearts are with Chadwick Boseman's family, friends, fans, and collaborators. The Black Panther actor passed away after a 4-year battle with colon cancer. His representatives confirmed the news Friday evening, saying he spent the last 4 years working as an actor while simultaneously battling the illness. Boseman worked on 10 films over the course of those years, including Captain America: Civil War, Black Panther, and Da 5 Bloods. While he was best known for his character T'Challa in the MCU, he also played several real-life black heroes, including Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall, and James Brown. His fans and co-stars quickly took to social media with tributes for the late star. Black Panther director Ryan Coogler penned a letter writing in part, "It is with a heavy heart and a sense of deep gratitude to have ever been in his presence that I have to reckon with the fact that Chad is an ancestor now." And former Captain America star Chris Evans wrote, "I am absolutely devastated. This is beyond heartbreaking." Chadwick was special, a true original. He was a deeply committed and constantly curious artist. He had so much amazing work still left to create. I am endlessly grateful for our friendship. Rest in power, King. Well, everyone, it's that time of year again. Film festivals are underway, and to celebrate, Fandango now has created a list of film festival favorites, some of which you may be surprised debuted at a film festival. And today, to guide us through how festivals have changed over the last decade, is awards editor at Variety, Clayton Davis. Clayton, what film has surprised you that debuted at a festival?
You know, I've been covering festivals for the last 10, 12 years, and I'll never forget the day that Her debuted at the New York Film Festival. And it was a movie by Spike Jonze, starring Joaquin Phoenix. Had no idea that it was going to be as brilliant as it was. And then even when it was over, saying to one of my colleagues right next to me, and I follow the Academy Awards very closely, saying to him, there's no way Oscar will ever go for this. This is way too highbrow. They're not that cool yet. And then watching that evolve over an award season, getting nominated for like 6 Oscars, winning original screenplay, hands down one of the best things I've ever seen at a film festival. And the audience just took it in. It was great to watch.
Did you cry?
I did not. I did cry, though, during Moonlight, when Moonlight debuted. And that was like a whole other can of worms, because that was like tied to obviously the film itself and what I was watching, but just also seeing Black cinema evolve on screen in front of me, you know, that didn't involve slavery, you know, only, you know, and then to see people be touched by it, watch it go through that season, and then take down a behemoth like La La Land at the end of the day was just icing on the cake. And La La Land's very good, but Moonlight was one of those special things that you don't get to see very often.
What a moment in general that whole situation was. But
yeah, I'm always gonna be mad about the Oscar moment though, because it always gets diluted because of the whole mix-up, and that's what people remember. And I would have loved just to see it actually unravel in the way that it would have been. So
I honestly remember both movies because of that. But yeah, it did deserve its own moment for sure. Which title is playing this year at a festival are you looking forward to?
I'm really excited for Nomadland from Chloe Zhao. She did this very small indie movie a few years ago called The Rider. Many probably have not heard of it nor seen it. If you do have a moment, I recommend that you check it out. But this is her follow-up film. Stars Frances McDormand and David Strathairn. I'm so excited about it. I think it's going to be something very special. And it just also makes her a double threat this year because she's also directing The Eternals from Marvel Studios. That's dropping right before the eligibility period is over for the Academy Awards. So she may have the most critically acclaimed film of the year and possibly the highest grossing film of the calendar year. So I'm so ready for Chloe Zhao.
Get in there now. Start standing her now.
Right after Parasite won Best Picture. Asian cinema is here, man. It's making its impact, and you know, Asian filmmakers are coming in and assessing, their abilities in the industry. And it's beautiful to see. I'm really excited.
Bring it on. Bring it on. There's some really great stuff out there. But speaking of like just how things have changed, how has the circuit, like the festival circuit, changed in general?
I think what studios have really been laser focused on is to avoid overexposure. Some movies will stop at every single fall festival along the way. However, we've seen some films don't go to enough festivals. And I think there's also a fear from studios of peaking too early. When you follow the season as you go into the summertime, you don't want to be deemed the one to beat before anyone has even seen your movie, because you could still be very good, but not live up to that masterpiece expectation. And then it's hard to navigate that.
What about like misconceptions? What are some common misconceptions about film festivals?
One, that it's only for the hoity-toity, like independent, small little film thing. That's not the case. Joker went to Venice last year, and Joaquin Phoenix's Best Actor run started there. So it's not just for the independent films. You can take a blockbuster there, make $1 billion, and then be the most nominated film of the year with 11 Academy Awards. So there's that. And then also, I think there's a misconception about if you don't go to a festival, that means the studio doesn't believe in you or something's wrong with your movie. Perfect example of that was the follow-up to Moonlight was Barry Jenkins' If Beale Street Could Talk. It skipped a lot of the early stuff. And another example would be like Martin Scorsese's Silence. Didn't go to any festivals because he wasn't finished yet. Sometimes they're going until the last possible second.
Yeah, and it seems like in a way, as someone who appreciates film, it's a much more raw experience in that way. It seems like.
And listen, there's nothing like, and listen, festival crowds or festival auras are real. Like we always hear every time, this movie got a 10-minute standing ovation at Cannes. And like, listen, there's a lot that can happen when you have the director in the room with you and all the actors are there, and then everyone gets really happy and clap, So don't read into that. The reaction of a festival crowd, I always say take that with a grain of salt.
I respect you saying that out loud. I've never heard anyone say that.
Yep.
And I'm always like, I've been there before.
Yep.
I've been to one. I've been like,
I do think it's interesting though. Flip side of that, it's going to make me I'm going to be a hypocrite in this way. When you hear there's booze at a festival and the director's there and the actors are there, I think you should read into that. I think that means something.
Yeah.
That means your movie that bad that they don't care. Yeah, I remember I even showed my card talking to the producer, one of the producers for The Two Popes, which I love, but he also produced It Chapter 2, and we were talking, and I was like, listen, I always hate when I have to meet with this talent after the movies. I always feel like I have to walk on eggshells in case I didn't like the movie. So I was like, but don't worry, I like Two Popes, so we're fine. And he was like, oh, I had another movie this year. I was like, oh, which one? He was like, It Chapter 2. And I was like, oh. And then he was like, what'd you think? And I was like, he's like, but I know what you just said, so tell me the truth. I was like, yeah. And then we had a little discussion about it.
You got to do the thing where you pick like one thing, or you're just like, I really like the lighting. You know what I mean?
I was like, Jessica Chastain is so talented. And I can't believe you made the Old Spice guy a star.
Clayton Davis, thank you so much for coming on the show. Where can people find you?
You can follow me Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm there. My ad handle is Award Circuit, which is my former site that I founded. But now I'm at Variety, so you can look for my stuff there as of September 1st. So,
dope.
Thanks for having me, though.
Awesome. I guess the last question is, who's going to win the Academy Awards this year?
I have Nomadland, but again, I haven't seen it yet. But this is what Oscar Predictor does. We predict stuff before we even see the movie. But Nomadland's gonna be. I have my eye on that. But watch out for Mank. Watch out for Trial of Chicago 7. Oh, there's so many great movies coming this year, man.
That's so good to hear. It really is good to hear.
Movies are still alive. Don't let COVID fool you. There's still great movies out there. It's gonna be weird ways to watch them, but they exist. Support, especially independent cinema. Oh my God, Judas and the Black Messiah is coming. We got Regina King directing a movie. I'm so excited about this year. It's gonna be baller. Like, take it all in.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, man. New and finally in theaters this weekend, Tenet.
There are people in the future who need us.
You got something.
Not gonna like it. Time isn't the problem. Getting out alive is the problem.
The Christopher Nolan written and directed film is open in select theaters right now and will be expanding to even more theaters on Thursday. Armed with only one word, Tenet, and fighting for the survival of the entire world, the protagonist journeys through a twilight world of international espionage on a mission that will unfold in something beyond real time. The film stars John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, and Elizabeth Debicki. But if you're looking for something to watch at home this weekend, why not check out The Owners?
Tell me what's going on!
Just a few minutes more, and then a lovely long sleep.
A group of friends think they found the perfect easy score, an empty house with a safe full of cash. But when the elderly couple that lives there comes home early, the tables are suddenly turned. As a deadly game of cat and mouse ensues, the would-be thieves are left to fight to save themselves from a nightmare they could never have imagined. The home invasion thriller stars Maisie Williams, Rita Tushingham, and Sylvester McCoy. Alright, that's it for today, but check out that full list of film festival favorites in the link below, and leave us a comment and let us know if you'll be checking out Tenet. I'm Kale, and I'll see you next time.